Jim, in all your time around Vince, we've talked in the past about these Jedi mind tricks. Did he know that he had that reputation? Was he confident in his ability to talk guys into stuff? And did you see any times where it didn't work, how he would react to that?
Well, multi-part question. I don't know if he was aware of the reputation, because to ask him if he was aware of the reputation would have stooged him off to the thing if he didn't know about it. And who wants to be the one to do that? But he was quite confident in his ability to talk anybody into anything, because however he saw it was the way that he could logically present it to someone and bend their mind to his will. So he knew he could do it, but I don't know if he knew that everybody, behind his back was like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? I wanted to do this and he made me do that.
So we don't know exactly what the conversation with Mustafa Ali and Vince was, but we've seen reports about it. Moxley in his book was pretty explicit about Vince being out of his mind. And these meetings kind of going nowhere, where he insists really bad things are good shit. I mean, that's when all of a sudden people started jumping on the good shit moniker a little while back. There are certain guys that seem to still be drinking the Kool-Aid that are on that main roster. But the word coming out more and more is about Vince just being completely out of step. It could be two things. It could be he's out of step with things that are good. It could also be he's just out of step with a younger generation. That's a natural thing for an executive in their mid to late 70s. What do you think?
No. Because, I'm not saying that he's got his finger on the pulse of the current, rap hits, the hip-hop sters or whatever, the popular music of these days, whatever's top of the pops, as Adrian Street might say. I'm not saying that, but no, he's lost his commandeering presence. He's lost, the nearest thing I can think is this, that especially when he put together, the team that's going to, in the Attitude Era and the Monday Night Wars, is going to take down Ted Turner, the evil billionaire, his empire, whatever. It was like he was the general of the army, or he was the captain of the team, or he was the leader. And all the guys looked at him like that, whether they liked him or they didn't, whether they were mad at him or not because of something that he had personally, something he'd said or done, or that he didn't see their greatness or wasn't using them right or whatever. I'm not saying everybody loved him, but he was the guy. He was the boss. He was the leader. He commanded respect. You believed in the shit that he was doing, even the shit that bombed. You'd roll your eyes at, but then you'd turn around but it's fucking Vince. It's Vince McMahon. His whole aura and being had that cachet. Nobody was thinking, yeah, fucking Vince has lost it. Nobody's thinking he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to make a star. He doesn't know how to get people over. Nobody said any of the things about him, even behind his back, that they're saying now. He's lost the command of the troops. And it's because of his age. It's not being out of touch with popular music or whatever and dressing up we got another Japanese schoolgirl on television. We'll get into that. At least this time it's for Vince's company instead of the other one. But that's not indicative of, just a guy losing touch with or being out of touch with young people. He's not following his own rules of how to make stars anymore. He's not got everybody behind him that they will walk across hell with gasoline britches on him, on his team, through hell or high water, whether he's right or wrong, which they would before, because they can see that he's not that guy anymore. And it's sad. But that's the thing. It's not being out of touch with popular culture. He's not Vince anymore. And he's not the powerful figure that these guys want to follow, whether he's right or wrong anymore. And he was for a while. And maybe they should have made a handoff to Triple H before they gave him fucking heart issues with all of the stress and whatever. Because, again, 20 years ago or 25 years ago, when there weren't even as many places or any places to go to make as much money as you could possibly make working for Vince, every once in a while you had one person that was pissed off and wanted to leave, but most of them didn't want to leave there. They wanted to be used better in that place. But leaving was a bridge they didn't want to cross, except for certain situations. They just wanted to climb the ladder in that company. Now, a lot of those guys can't wait to just get the fuck out of there. And that's a drastic change in attitude. Instead of, I want to be on top of this place, I want to put this place in the rearview mirror.
It's weird, the idea that the industry leader is a place that people go to work knowing that they're more than likely going to be incredibly disappointed and unhappy, even if they make a lot of money, and creatively unfulfilled in a lot of cases.
Well, and part of it is because they're taking this show business aspect that this is now, you know, I've made the joke for years, Holiday on Ice in a wrestling ring or Cirque du Soleil, but it's a show with an interchangeable cast. Most people, you don't even really know who the fuck they are as individuals. They just do cool visual things. And then you've got a couple of names on when Peggy Fleming was the star of Holiday on Ice or whatever. You got a couple of names, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and the rest of it is just, oh, here's entertainment. So a lot of the guys that might have wanted to go there before because some guys are smart enough to know that the skill set or the talents or the appearance or whatever they've got, they can be successful in wrestling in some fashion, but they're never going to be in a Roman Reigns spot, right? Or a Brock Lesnar spot or whatever. So, but at the same time, they could get over and be used better than a lot of people in the pack if all things were equal and it was still a wrestling business. Well, now they're seeing that it doesn't matter how good I am unless I look like, or they decide I look like Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or whatever. I'm just going to be one of the interchangeable guys. So better to go somewhere else and try to get over first. Instead of, as Mick Foley said, being unsure about putting my career in the hands of Vince McMahon and the WWE, which used to be 30 years ago what everybody wanted to do, and that's what everybody's scared of. So there you go.
And once you lose that commanding presence, he's not going to get it back. It's done.
No, I don't think, unless they come up with, you know, the shit that the QAnon believers believe in, that you really can drink baby blood and rejuvenate yourself like a fucking Twilight Zone episode. Short of that, Vince is 78 years old or whatever he is, and it's not biologically feasible, apparently, that he can be the presence to these people that he once was.
And the guy that was set up for it, Triple H, it's just not going to happen now.
No, and he was a guy that not only had the presence because he was an in-ring star, he was a top name, he's gone through everything, he was a student of the business, he knows how to talk to wrestlers, but he wasn't a pushover. He wasn't going to be like Tony Khan, oh, do anything you want, I'm just so happy. You know, but he would have been the perfect bridge between the business world and the wrestling world because he could coexist in both. But that ain't going to happen because the guy from the entertainment world is going to get this thing sold to, you know, into a series of theme parks or whatever. So,
well, plus the health concerns. And, you know, I just read, and I'm sure we'll talk about on the Drive-Thru, I just read some quotes from a Scott Taylor interview just about the culture and the environment at NXT when Triple H was there and how it immediately changed when he was gone, and then it got really bad. He was the guy. He was the perfect guy for the role, and I just don't think it's going to happen now.
No. And I mean, I'm wondering, is this a serious health issue, or is this just, he's like, well, you know, I'll just lay low because what am I going to say to anybody?
Yeah, plus it's probably a really frustrating experience for him now.
Yeah. But, you know, I've seen a lot of people going, well, with his health issues, now he won't be, it looks like he wasn't going to be the one to begin with. And so now the health issues may be a graceful way for him to just stay out of the spotlight, but I'm wondering if they're severe or if he's just saying, like, okay, I'll be over here, you assholes. I'm going to put my feet up.
He's pulling the Fred Sanford whenever they call him. Hey, come over for dinner. Oh, my heart.
Yeah. I'm coming, Stephanie. This is the big one, Stephanie.
Can I send Grady? I'll stay here.
I'm coming to join you, Linda.
Linda.
Not Elizabeth, but I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth, but I'm coming to join you, Linda, down there in Florida.
In Florida? That's what I said.
Get away from the old man.